Do you want to feel like a Spartan?
This is Sparta!
Jumping from target to target, stabbing things in the face?
I am judgment! You have been judged!
Well, you've come to the right place. In this video, we will be going over what my favorite current zealot weapon is, the Mark IV dueling sword. We're running this with Uncanny Strike. This is going to help you poke armor extra hard in the face.
I shall invite you!
This gives you 20% rending on weak spot hit, stacking to 5 times. Rending, in case you did not know, to put it simply, is basically just armor penetration. We use this to take care of carapace enemies like Crushers, and yes, Maulers too. It is also very useful for flak enemies like the Gunners or the Ragers. The second blessing we have is Riposte. I chose this one over Precognition because we are taking Duelist, and in my opinion it would just be a bit overkill. But not only that, the flat crit chance you get from Riposte is well worth it to proc Invocation of Death, which is essential to make this build work. While we are on the topic of Invocation of Death, the new change honestly made my Zealot feel a lot better to play and a lot more fun to play. They had switched it from 1.5 seconds per single crit to now 200% ability regen for 4 seconds on crit. I run this with combat ability regeneration on my Curios, and one crit usually equal to about, like roughly 10 seconds, which is like nearly half of my cooldown in just one crit. You guys can do anything you want with your Curios. However, I would suggest trying out a +3 to max stamina. This weapon has a low stamina count, and the +3 would help with running from place to place, blocking, and pushing. And for the ranged weapon, we go with the Flamer. Although a revolver or something alike would also feel pretty good with it. The only reason I went with the Flamer is that the dueling sword doesn't have the greatest horde clear, and bulwarks are the bane of my existence. Blaze Away and Penetrating Flame should help alleviate the problem of bulwarks and mixed hordes. For the talents, we went with a normal crit build. Starting off, we will be taking Scourge. Scourge will help us in hordes when we light spam to help get more crit, which means more Fury of the Faithful spam. Fury of the Faithful is a great tool for either offensive or defensive. You can use it to get to target, use it in hordes for an attack speed steroid, or if you just need an oh shit button for toughness. The Guaranteed Crit is a great way to get started on your next cooldown, and it's also a great way to proc Enduring Faith, which is our next node, giving us 50% toughness damage reduction to help us stay in the fight longer. Right next to that, we pick up Second Wind. This will help keep our toughness topped off just by playing the game naturally. We have a pretty high dodge distance and dodge speed on the dueling sword. We'll be able to abuse this very, very easily. And because we are running the Flamer, throwing knives makes the most sense. This will give us some much needed range for killing specific targets like trappers and snipers. And right below those nodes, we take Thy Raft Be Swift. I like to run this to help push down gunner packs. This will make sure you don't get stun locked while poking their face off. As we talked a little bit earlier about it, Duelist will be our next obvious choice. With 50% critical and weak spot damage on dodge, this synergizes incredibly well with the rest of our kit. And you will notice an increase to your damage. We also pick up Until Death and Holy Revenant to help when we make a mistake. No one is perfect and you're bound to get hit by a Crusher every once in a while. This will help you not go down often by mishaps. Now we get to the bottom of the tree and grab Invocation of Death. This builds bread and butter. This is what allows you to do crazy and stupid stuff, but yet still come out very healthy. To help with clear, we take Faithful Frenzy. The 10% attack speed along with the 25% steroid from your ult should be like a weed whacker to hordes, and also the stacking damage from Sustained Assault should help kill anything that gets close. For the keystone, we went with Blazing Piety, and we're taking both nodes on the right side. And I'm sure Inexorable Judgment is very solid with this weapon too. I already use it a lot and really wanted to try out something different, and I really wanted to try out Invocation of Death's change. Well, after trying it, I kinda just fell in love. The whole playstyle of this weapon is really just spamming heavy pokes into people's faces, but then you add your ult to the mix, and then it really, really shines. You feel like you're dashing around everywhere, thrusting in people's faces. Honestly, it almost feels like a different class. Almost like a Spartan, but you know, you're using the wrong poke stick. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. If you haven't already, I would definitely give the dueling sword a try. It is very fun. I know Psychers had it for a long time, but it's a lot different when on different classes, obviously, because you got more skills and different talents. Now, if you haven't tried it with Zealot, you should, because it's really good. It's like the best weapon I've tried, or at least the most fun. If you like this sort of content, maybe consider subscribing, because I'll be doing this quite a bit. I'll be making a lot of build videos. I'm going to try to do some more guides, although I need to refresh some of them. And then I'm probably going to upload some full runs as well. Let me know if you prefer no commentary runs or with commentary runs. Just let me know in the comments, and that way I can know for next time I do one. That is all. Thank you very much.
An infusion of the motive force is required.
Enemy aircraft inbound. Disengaging.
Which is not to say that there are not complications. A final arming mechanism too soon. I am certain that you will prevail.
Hostile craft on approach.
I shall smite you! I'm unstoppable!
A fearsome fellow, no doubt. But you, I fear, are fiercer still.
I'm your doom!
A fitting end for that despoiler of innocence.
Status report.
Forgive me, matters arising. Reduce the guidance cogitators to one function must you.
Your head is mine! There is no forgiveness!
I will not forget this. The 53rd is grateful.